Dacetacular Nation. It is I, Chris the Dace Man Dace, back to host the Dace Man Show. Joining me this week from Illinois, Mr. Travis Goss.
Well, how's it going there, Dace?
It's going pretty well. And I think from around the corner, the Birdman himself, Gibby.
Squawk, 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 squawk.
Talk about cutting it close, man.
I was unfortunately busy.
Having sex?
No.
You were hand palming it, weren't you?
I was eating.
Hand palming it. Tomato in the world of birds. It has been a whole 2 weeks since you last got to hear me host the show. Last week, I apologize, I was in Pittsburgh, but I think Michael Burhan, that British man, did very well.
We did much better without you.
I was on the show still, dumbass.
We did much better without you.
I was still on the show. Sometimes you're hurtful when you say things.
I don't think so.
I think so. It hurts a little bit. We got a action-packed show for you today. Do you believe me, Gibby?
No.
Why not?
Because I know you. Probably looking it up right now. You're probably Googling. I
No.
need sports news quick.
Oh, not true. Not true.
What's all that clicking I hear?
I'm promoting the show, something you don't do. Oh, no, he didn't. Time for sports.
How about sports? You follow sports?
That's right. It's a sports talk part of our show where we pretend to know something about sports. And the first story I got for you, hot off the presses, which is a complete lie because it's not really hot. It happened a couple days ago. Michael Vick is now a New York Jet. What?
I'm actually kind of curious if they're going to start him or not. I think they are.
Mm-hmm.
But they've had a lot of bonehead moves over there in Jetland.
It's true. Which Mark Sanchez, on the flip side,
oh, God, he's horrible.
might be coming to Philadelphia.
I will. Oh, my God, don't come to Philly. He comes to Philly, I'll kill myself.
Well, as a backup quarterback, is that bad?
Yes, it's very bad.
I don't know. I don't follow. As you know, most of my football knowledge comes from the standings.
God, awful. Like, oh, my God, no.
Better than Vick or no?
Hell no. Oh, my God, no.
Oh.
I would take Vick in a heartbeat over Sanchez. Sanchez, to me, is maybe at best a fourth-round quarterback.
I see.
Like, your main died, the backup got injured, and your third guy who you picked up off the street. It's how many people you have to go through before I would put him in the game.
Turns out that third guy had MRSA. He's benched. You know, shit. We can't put a wide receiver in as a quarterback. We got to put this guy in. Okay, fair enough. In other Jet news, when it comes to Michael Vick, he will not be wearing his traditional number 7 due to what's his face, Gio, whoever wore it before on the Jets. Apparently, we lost Travis.
No.
It was a bare bones show to begin with, and we lost Travis. He's back.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Say, it was a bare bones show as it is, and then we lost you. It's like, oh God, it's no.
Uh-oh.
In other sports news, it's time for the NHL standings in the Eastern Conference, the Atlantic Division. The Boston Bruins are in first place with 104 points, followed by the Canadiens with 89 and the Lightning with 87. In the Metropolitan Division, the Penguins are in first place with 97 points, the Rangers in second with 84 points, and the Flyers trailing very closely in third with 83 points. They've been on a roll lately. Well, not the last one they just lost, but last few games I've been watching, they've actually been doing pretty well.
They lost the last game, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost the last one, but I mean, they shut down
the next game is very, very, very important because it's the team that's 1 point behind them. If they win that, they'll start.
The Blue Jackets?
Is that their next game? I thought it was
The Rangers?
Yeah, the Rangers.
They're 1 point ahead. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
And I believe they're versing them next, right?
And they're on a current streak of 4 wins.
All right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
But I mean, they handed an ass whooping to the Pittsburgh Penguins when they played them.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic since I went to Pittsburgh.
Of course. It's always good.
In the Western Conference, the Blackhawks are in first. It's the Blues with 105 points, and they are the top team in the NHL today. Followed behind them in second are the Blackhawks with 99 points, with the CM Punk sighting at the game. And the Avalanche is in third with 96. In the Pacific Division, the Sharks have dethroned the Ducks. Probably happened, and I didn't realize it last week, with 103 points to hold first place. The Ducks have 99, and the Kings have 90 for third place. So that is your NHL standings for this week. Ready for more news?
Sure.
For the first time ever, in at least my knowledge of baseball, and by that I mean since like 2006 area, that's when I actually started going to games.
We forgot about football.
We talked about the Jets.
Yeah, but did you hear that they had the new rule change where they're gonna, for at least the first 2 preseason games, they're gonna move the extra point back?
Are they now?
Yeah, they're gonna have to make it more difficult. So they're gonna do it for the first 2 games as like a tester to see how it works.
Mhm.
So that might be kind of interesting. I'm actually kind of
interesting
because it's not going to be like a guaranteed point. But people are saying that they're probably not going to kick as many field goals or extra points because it'll be more beneficial to go for the 2-point conversion.
Mhm.
So, but my question would be: are they going to make them line up on the 25? I think is where they're going to be snapping the ball at.
Just 5 yards
2-point
back?
conversion, or are they going to make them go back to where they normally snap the ball?
I see. That is very interesting news.
So we'll see what happens. I know they've been talking about a lot of things, either doing it, moving it back. I know there were also people saying that they'll just give them the point, but we'll see what happens. The first 2 games of preseason will be interesting.
Well, and we will surely cover it here on the Dace Man Show.
Hopefully.
In MLB news, because that's a sport that matters, the Dodgers have beaten the Yankees with the highest payroll in MLB. With buys such as Zach Greinke and huge off-season spending spree, the average salary is approaching $4 million for the first time. The Dodgers are ending the Yankees' 15-year streak, so definitely my current understanding of baseball, the Yankees have always been the highest spenders. Because 15 years ago, I was 10 years old, and I was picking boogers and drawing out of the lines with crowns. The Dodgers are ending the Yankees' 15-year streak as baseball's biggest spenders, and as of Tuesday, had a projected payroll of $235 million, according to the study of all major league contracts by the Associated Press. New York, which last failed to top the payroll ranking in '98, was a distant second at $203 million. After that, it was a huge gap to Philadelphia at $180 million, followed by Boston at $163 million. So Philly is number 3.
Do they have a cap like other sports?
They have a luxury tax if you go over it, and I think it's $200 million.
Interesting.
So the Dodgers and Yankees, I believe, have to pay it. The Phillies don't. I know we've been playing that juggling game for years.
Yeah.
It's gotten dangerously close, and then all of a sudden we've lost so many people. Houston is dead last with a roster of $45 million, which I'm pretty sure we paid to one player. Up from $27 million at the start of the year, and Miami is at $48 million, remaining 29th in the outcome. It's just amazing that $235 million for the Dodgers team. Wasn't this team bankrupt like a year or two ago?
See, the thing is, which is kind of weird with these sports venues, is the more money you spend, the more money you get.
Mm.
Because the more money you spend, the better your team does. It puts more people into the stands, which then sells your merchandise. So it's kind of
Good point.
So their way of getting out of bankruptcy is spend more money. It's like really odd.
Son of a...
But yeah.
Oh, there you are. Well, it's just very interesting to see. And we dumped a lot of our payroll into L.A. The year we did a lot of trades. They got Blanton, they got Victorino. They took a bunch of our guys when we were sucking terribly. And I just know I remember them being far behind. It does not look good for the Phillies this year. I will be at the home opener.
You are? That's cool.
I'm going. Are you going?
When is the home opener?
It is April 7th at 3:05. You have to take the day off.
April 7th.
The Monday.
Wait, is that next? Really? Is that soon?
Oh, yeah.
I did not realize that. How many more preseason games do they have left?
Spring training, I think, ends this. The bus came back up here. They have exhibition games at the end of next week.
Okay.
Actually, the season kicks off next week because I'll be in Houston, and there's a potential of me. Okay, the season actually kicks off next Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Everything's just starting to fall together in my brain because I will be in Houston as they take on the New York Yankees, and I think I'm going to have to make a trip to Minute Maid Stadium. Just saying.
Yeah, you might have to, unfortunately.
$30 to go see the Yankees play? I mean, go see the Houston Astros play? I will contribute to their catcher's salary. I'm pretty sure I'm paying for that guy if I go. Here's $30. Go buy yourself a catcher. You're welcome.
There you go.
But baseball season is literally next week. And the Phillies home opener is on the 7th at 3:05 against the Brewers.
All right. I'm actually kind of curious to see how they do. We were actually talking about that for a decent amount of time at work today.
As long as it's not like last year.
Bob thinks, guy Bob at my work thinks they're going to get 93 wins.
Really? That is, I'm
I
hoping that
I was thinking I was leaning more to 80.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much 50-50. It's like 81's 50-50. And Leroy thinks they're only going to make 72.
Many of the outlets out there that cover these sports a lot better than we do here is they're not even going to break 500 in their mind.
I'm thinking they're going to hit probably 500. I can't. I mean, if they do worse than that, Ruben should just be fucking fired.
Oh, exactly. And I really hope that I think they can be a wild card team, as is. Unfortunately, here's the problem.
I think they may win the division, because the division this year is pretty weak. The only real competition we have will be Washington.
You sure not the Braves?
I don't. Everyone's saying that they're going to be pretty weak this year.
Well, they don't have Tim
They're rebuilding.
Yeah, they don't have Tim Hudson, and a lot of their power hitters they paid for last year I don't think produced like they thought. Yeah. Though, we have probably the oldest team in the fucking books.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, my only fear with our team is injuries, personally. But, yeah, I think that they have a chance of winning it, because I think the only real competition, I think, is Washington, and they're not even that strong. We're in a really, really weak division, at least this year.
Well, yeah, Miami's out of the contention. The Mets, you can never tell with them. Yeah,
they could go either way, the Mets, but we'll see what happens.
All I know is I'm excited for the season. I've gone to the last 3 or 4 home openers. And, I bought tickets to the last 4 home openers. The one I had to give away the tickets because I wasn't in town. Cliff Lee's return to the fucking mound. Ugh. And where was I? I was in Canada.
Oh, man.
I think we might find the douchebag of the week. That made me miss.
There you go.
But I'm excited for the season. I will be there April 7th, 3:05. I may go tailgating. I think you should take the day off and join us. I think if anybody's listening out there, they should take the day off and come join us and at least tailgate. You don't go pay money to probably watch them lose. Last home opener, they faced the Kansas City Royals, and they lost 13-4 after they were winning 4-0.
That's what happens when you go, man. Bad luck.
Last year I brought Kerbin.
Oh, God.
So Kerbin, an avid Yankees fan, and then here's the problem.
Did he wear his Yankee jersey?
No, he wore a Yankee shirt underneath, and had a coat, and then just slowly unzipped in the 7th inning when the Royals came up like 13-4 when we fell apart because of our bullpen. But here's the problem: we got blown out so early in the game, and me and him had somewhere to be that night. We had to sit through the entire game and just watch run after run cross that
left.
Well, here we had to stay. We were going somewhere on South Street.
Oh God!
And it's like, well, we don't want to cross the fucking bridge and come back.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that's fine. We'll sit here. And 13-4 was the final, with no hope of comeback. We were sitting in section 114.
Ow.
We were the only two. Everybody else had left. Kerbin is now fully.
Would have been fine.
Kerbin has fully taken his jacket off. He is wearing his Yankees gear proud.
No fear.
No fear, because there's no one around. And I'm just slumped over in the seat like, why does my friend's birthday have to be today that I have to go over to South Street? I could just go home and go to sleep because, the day was over. And this was a 4:05 game, so the sun was still up, and I was ready to go to bed because the day was just shot.
Yeah.
But the Phillies season is kicking up. MLB in general starting next week. The Phillies home opener once again, April 7th. I'll be there. Gibby might be there. Hopefully Gibby will be there. We get drunk. Come on, Gibby.
I might go. I don't see why not.
Get crunked on a Monday.
Yeah, why not?
You can get your tickets on StubHub.com, or you can get those shitty seats on PhiladelphiaPhillies.com. You get the nosebleeds for like $5.
My God, I have a feeling. I mean, if they're not in contention at all this year, those tickets are going to be like next to nothing on StubHub.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Tuesday's game, the day after, is cheap. Like no one has faith in them. But just because it's the home opener and you get like I think a poster or a rally towel or something, that's why everybody's coming.
There you go.
Everybody has hope that first day, and then when you lose 13-4, they're like, "Fuck it, I ain't coming back to this bitch."
There you go. Oh man.
Well, that's. I'm going to stop ranting and raving about the Phillies. Let's give you some spring training standings with MLB. This is pretty long for our sports segment. I don't think we've ever talked this much about it. Leading the American League in spring training with 15 wins, 6 losses is Tampa Bay. They're also leading the Grapefruit League. And leading the National League is San Francisco with 16 wins, 10 losses. And they are the Cactus League, which is because it's a mix of 2 American into national, and American. So the Cactus League has a little bit of both. Cleveland is leading that. San Francisco's in third. The Philadelphia Phillies are the bottom of the Grapefruit League and the bottom of the National League with 9 wins, 16 losses. But it's spring training. We're trying new things. We're trying different batting orders.
There you go. Just keep thinking that.
Exactly. I have to, because it's like me. When we go out to play baseball over the summer, every game is a preseason game for me.
There you go.
I'm grounding, guys, and then by September it's like, oh, we won one. Oh, I'm ready to go. That's how I roll.
I'm actually playing the softball league this year.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
But you won't play in ours?
I might come to your guys every once in a while.
We have a game this Sunday.
Uh-huh. Is it going to be warm out?
I believe the weather is calling for 60s.
All right.
There might be snow there still melting, but it's calling for the 60s.
I know. This weather is garbage.
Freaking tornadoes today. Ugh.
You ain't kidding, man.
It blew the snow off my freaking house. It's ridiculous.
It was so warm out, then it was cold. Now it's just like, shoot me.
Yeah. So before I end the segment, me and Gibby have totally dominated this section. Travis, do you have any sports news, anything you're excited about for the summer coming up, spring?
I'm not really a big sports guy, so. But
ouch.
Yeah, no, sorry. It's just that I'm just not really big into. I'll sit down and watch baseball games and all this other stuff. I'm just not really a hardcore sports fan.
Well, you're out in Illinois, right?
Pretty much.
So will you be there over the summer?
Possibly.
I think, Gibby, we need to take a road trip to Illinois and go catch a Cubs and White Sox game. What do you say, Gibby?
Cubs and White Sox. That'll actually be a pretty good game, to be honest. But I don't know about that one.
Well, road trip to Chicago in general seems pretty awesome.
Yeah, it does.
See, and then we go and we visit the historic parks out there. Wrigley, come on.
That's the only reason why I had to go.
That's the only reason I go to stadiums. I'm going to the Houston Astros game next week. Come on.
Yeah, come on, really? What is wrong with you on that one?
I just want to plant my flag in every stadium that I possibly can. I've got Toronto, I've got San Diego, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh. Surprisingly, I don't have Mets, Yankees, Boston, Baltimore, and Nationals that are relatively close to me. But I got San Diego.
Let's go to Toronto, probably the furthest stadium away from me.
Yeah.
I'm going to work my way backwards, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
That's what I'm thinking. I looked at the Miami one. I was like, oh, there it is.
There we go. Oh, man.
Oh, well, with that.
Hey, what about me? You don't even ask me?
Do you have more sports news?
Of course.
Oh, shit.
Of course I got more sports news.
Go on.
Well, guys, I know you're all dying to hear about basketball.
Oh, the March Madness?
Fuck March Madness. I lost horribly in that. I had Villanova winning, beating me out of the first round. Fuck you, Villanova.
Same with Duke, right? Duke went up in points.
Duke blew it. So many I lost 2 out of my 4 Final Four teams and realized my pool was gone. So I was just like, yeah, trash can. But no. What I was going to say is the 76ers, the local team, man. Come on, you're not keeping track of the Sixers?
Aren't they like 15-36 or something?
Come on, really?
Did I give them too many wins? Maybe they're 10-36.
15 wins is right.
Okay.
6 losses.
Oh. So, okay. I was close for not following the sport.
All right, and just so you all know, they're on a 25-game losing streak, and the record is 28, and it is looking like there's no way they're ever going to win the next 3, because they're going to be versus the Rockets, Houston, and then the Pistons. 3 really good teams.
Oh, God.
So that's right. We're going to hang the hat on that Philly is going to be the worst, pretty much one of the worst basketball teams ever.
I'm not surprised at all that they're that bad.
I mean, they're doing slightly better than the 1973 team with Fred Carter, which, only had 9 wins.
Look at you fucking name dropping.
All right.
Hey, Travis is back.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm having some problems. I got this brand new studio mic. I'm trying to get it configured for this computer, and ain't worth shit, to be honest.
Did we lose Gibby? Well, would you look at that? As Gibby was talking about, the 76ers are 3 games away from being the worst team in basketball history.
I thought they've already had that record.
They're 25 games away. Or no, they're 25 losses in a row. The streak is 28. The next 3 games are against 2 of them are against the Pistons, and looks like one of them's against the Bobcats. Yes, maybe. No, I don't know. Gibby had more details about this, but I'm rolling with it. No, they're playing the Pistons, and no, they're playing the Rockets Thursday. They're playing the Hawks. I gave up trying to figure out their schedule. Anyway, they are 3 losses away from being the worst team known to man. And you can get tickets to the historic game where history will be made for as low as $11.27.
That's still too much.
Exactly. Hold on. And if they happen to get past that, which they will, because they're going to force them to finish the season. They can't just go home. You can buy tickets to the Memphis Grizzlies game for $6.08 Friday, April 11th.
Still too much.
Yeah, that's on the road at Memphis. Holy shit! I'm not even like. It's mind-boggling. Like, what the hell? Home games, nothing goes above $20. So. They've got thousands of tickets left. Call your local ticket provider, and you can get Sixers tickets for under $20, and the historic game where they will actually be the worst team ever. You get tickets for $7.15.
Don't feel too bad. I mean, if you guys are going to spending that kind of money for a home game to see the 76ers, look at it this way: you get to see a good comedy. How about that?
Yes, it's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters, but just not as entertaining. It's
exactly.
It's just squeaking back and forth and just depression. And a shitload of number 1 draft picks coming across. Hey, Gibby's back.
I may be.
We were just saying how cheap you can get 76 tickets if you're in the area and want to waste 3 hours of your life.
It's a good point. Very
Seriously,
good point.
You must be really lonely and need to blow 3 hours.
Hey, it might happen, unfortunately. It might happen. I know people I've seen people, well, I didn't see it, but a couple of my people at work said that their friends had season tickets, and they posted them, and they couldn't even give them away.
Exactly. Like StubHub has 6 games on there available for sale. There's not 6 games left, if I'm not mistaken, right? Well, maybe the rest of the Sixers.
It's a good question. I actually have no idea. I don't follow the sport.
Neither do I. And the reason is because they are 15 and 56 or whatever the fuck it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They got 9 games? 9 games left?
That's it? In the entire season?
Well, that's what I'm seeing here in via Google. But I could be wrong.
No, I wouldn't doubt it. There's probably playoffs coming up, and we know that the Sixers are not going.
They got 3 home games, and the rest are away.
Oof. Wolf.
Well, it doesn't matter. No one's going to be at the home games anyway.
Unless you have nothing to do and you want to off yourself. I think that's a perfect platform to do it. You may make it to television. Now, do they even air those games?
To be honest, at this point, probably not. Not around here, at least. They can fill the time slot a lot better with other stuff.
I think they fill it with Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, God, you can put anything in there and it'll be better.
Oh, and is that okay? With that note, about to break world records here. Gibby, you got any more sports news?
No, that's all I got.
You know what time it is then, right?
No, what time is it?
Oh, it's time for Weird News with Gibby.
Gibby!
That escalated quickly.
That it did, fellas. That it did. First up, a Romanian man has vowed to stop making drunken bets after swallowing a metal fork.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's all I can say about this, because this guy apparently is stupid.
Okay.
So, he had been drinking with a friend when he lost a bet. That
sounds like us. Go on.
and you know what the bet? Well, the reason he lost the bet was because the bet was that he couldn't swallow a fork without getting hurt, and he took said bet.
What? Hold on. This guy legit thought he could swallow a fork, and it was just going to pass through him all nice and handy dandy.
Yes.
Or did he
man.
Yeah, did he all right, how'd they get it out of him?
Well, they had to go in under emergency operation after doctors told him, basically he had to get an operation on. Emergency.
So I'm thinking the doctor should have taken that opportunity, murdered the man, and we'd have one less dumb person in the world.
They should have just castrated him.
Yes, that's the way to go.
He would castrate himself. Think about that.
I bet you can't stick a fork up your urethra. I'm just saying. I don't think you can do it.
I want to see you do it, man. I want to see you do it.
And if that somehow manages to get in here, here's a knife to follow it up with.
Oh, that's great.
You know, this story actually could be full of so many fork puns.
Oh, it's just, how does what end did he put in first?
It doesn't say.
I can't imagine taking like the prong end.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoving it down my throat and saying, this is going to be a good idea.
This is going to be a great idea. I don't know what you're talking about.
If you guys want to join in the conversation and shove forks down your throats, please don't do that. Call in at 760-512-7247 here on MegaPowersRadio.com. It's the Dace Man Show, full swing. We're in Weird News with Gibby. Myself, Gibby, and Travis Goss are on here tonight. Next story, Gibby.
Before we get into that story, I just want to touch on something.
Sure. Wow, Travis, really?
Yes, really. It's funny you should mention that about a person swallowing a fork. This guy reminds me of a really cute story. My ex-wife, she was hanging up.
Whoa, your ex-wife. Oh, this is going to be a great story.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. She was trying to hang up a picture frame, and she actually had a nail, a 3-inch nail, between her teeth because she was holding it just because. And I was at work, and the next thing I know, I get a phone call, and my supervisor comes over and says, your wife needs you to come over. There was an accident. I'm like, oh, Christ. So I'm panicking. I'm rushing to get home. Come to find out, and as you probably would have guessed, she swallowed the nail.
She swallowed the nail. Oh, my God. Do you have kids?
Not with her, no.
Oh, all right. That would have been my first instinct. What happened to the kids?
If they're like me, I would be filming my mom as my dad rushed home, saying, this shit's going to get 1 million hits on YouTube.
Oh, my God.
Like, please yell at me because you've got a nail in your throat. It's not going to work. Go ahead, just yell.
Oh, that's great.
And then what happened afterwards is we went to the hospital. They showed the x-ray. It just entered her intestines.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Point
and
and down.
Oh. Did she have to pass it naturally, or did they go in and get it?
She had to pass it naturally after they gave her some laxatives.
I guess they do that, and if it gets stuck, so it penetrates something, I guess then they have to operate?
Oh, God. She was a human nail gun. Painful and unwanted. I don't know how people do that.
Anyways, I apologize. I thought I'd share that little cute story. But, Gibby, please continue.
But that story was so great, man. That's it. That's all you got.
That's all it was. That was all there was to it. I mean, we also had to go like every other day to the hospital. She's like, "Oh, I don't feel good." And Confine's like, "It's still passing. You just have to bear with it."
How long did it take to pass through?
Almost a week.
Ooh.
Oh man, that sounds like torture.
Not only that, she was given a liquid diet. She couldn't eat any food. I had to make Jell-O for her almost daily. And there was some instances where she would become so impatient with the Jell-O, the setup, she would just drink it while it was still being, formed.
Hey, just to get off the human nail gun there, we have a caller. 609, you're on the air.
Hello.
609. Hi.
Hello. I guess you can say her ass was nailed.
Thank you, Frank Klein, for calling in.
Oh, my God. That was really good. That was really good.
That was fantastic. That may have been the funniest part of our show ever. You can see Frank do, no, I'm just kidding. You can see Frank do stand-up usually on Wednesday nights because he tries to avoid this podcast as much as possible at your local Pizza Huts. No, I don't know where he does it at.
Is he still do it there? Pizza place?
No, he does it at these pubs now.
Oh, he's upgrading. Interesting.
He goes to a lot of open mic nights. He's a funny dude. Follow him on Facebook or like him. What do you do on Facebook? Whatever. If you look at his statuses on Facebook, they're hilarious. Like, I don't know how he has a job because his statuses are being posted during the day. It's just they're really
your phone the entire time.
They're really funny stories too. Like he makes most of this shit up, but it's so detailed. It's great. He should be a writer.
Should be. Wouldn't be bad.
You got more.
Got tunnels. Don't worry about it. All right, guys. Here we go. We're going to West Virginia, home of the Hicks. I mean, West Virginia.
Yeehaw!
So this West Virginia gal was removed from her school by administrators. Said she did not appear feminine enough.
What?
Sunny who the hell names their daughter Sunny? Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Sunny Cal, 8 years old, likes autographed baseballs, hunting knives, alongside stuffed animals and jewelry. She says it's fun. And I guess her schoolmates were making fun of her because she kind of dresses like a tomboy. Mm-hmm. I'm sure some of you people realize. And she has her hair cut pretty short, which kind of makes it kind of look more like a boy than a female. So they decided to kick her out of school.
Is she mad for the other team?
Well, she's 8 years old. I mean, to be honest, at that point, how the hell does she know?
She might know. Who knows?
So they basically asked her to be removed from the school because she goes to a religious school, Timberlake Christian School.
Yeah, they seem tolerant.
Then Bible lovers decided that an 8-year-old girl was not being female enough. My question is, they're in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Is that all the females?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they date each other. Like their family members.
Your second cousin, that's okay. Your first cousin, enough. Second cousin, you can go there, though.
Is there a dress code at that school?
It doesn't say there's a dress code.
Then how is that like?
Well, that's the same
waiting
thing
to happen.
Well, the problem is, like, they get away with a lot of. It's probably a Christian school, therefore it's probably more like a charter school where you have to pay to go there.
Oh.
Assuming. I mean, it doesn't say that there exactly, but
it's implied.
It's I don't know. I don't know any Christian/Bible schools that can be public because you can't teach religion in a public school.
Oh.
So
the more you know.
The more you know.
Because you had Bible class in Deptford?
We had Holocaust class.
Oh, my gosh.
Is that not the same? I don't know. A bunch of Bible people went nuts and killed a bunch of Jews. We learned about the Crusades. We learned about that stuff.
Oh, my God. Yes, okay. Never mind, guys.
This is why I'm not religious. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we just lost all those.
All right.
We didn't have those fans we came with. Who am I kidding?
Yeah. All right. Northbrook man charged with a DUI. That's right. He got charged with DUI. You want to know why?
Why?
He got stuck on the lawn, on the front lawn. Do you want to know where?
On a garden gnome?
Northbrook Police Department headquarters.
What? Was the bar near the place?
My God. Aliyah Almia, 47.
That's not a real name. There's no way it's a real name. It rhymes.
Whatever. Jesus, I can't handle these crazy names. I swear. That's the name, all right? Get it over with it. All right. 47 was charged with drunk driving or driving under the influence with a blood alcohol level of more than the legal driving limit of .08, according to police.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 10 p.m. on Saturday. Alima arrived at the police department to file a report, according to officials and Alima. But the car got stuck on the lawn after he tried unsuccessfully to park in a nearby area. So what? He actually was going to the police station?
I need to make a complaint. There's a drunk driver out there.
I didn't catch that the first time I read it. I just thought he was trying to park and got stuck. Here he was actually trying to go there. What if? Oh my God.
Problem. I have an officer that I need to tell you about, and there's a drunk driver out there, and he's just gonna hit somebody, and it's me.
Yeah. He apparently missed the designated parking for public parking and went into the employees section.
It's so close.
So close. That's
what got him. The officer was writing him a ticket for parking in the wrong parking lot. Went, hey, you're drunk.
So Lima was released on $1,000 bail the same night, and the incident was a misunderstanding, quote unquote, by him.
And they towed his car for parking in the wrong parking lot.
I like how he goes, I was absolutely 100% wasn't drunk. I love how drunk people just say, I'm not drunk. He said he only had 2 beers.
Everybody only has 2 beers when they get pulled over.
Of sure. Sounds perfectly fine to drive. I was perfectly fine to drive, officer.
I was perfectly fine to drive.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But let me tell you something. Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I only had 2 beers.
I only had 2 beers, officer. Only
2 beers.
2. They were just 15% alcohol. I should be fine.
I mean, I had 2 beers in the last 10 minutes. Before that, I drank the bar dry. I'm looking for another bar because I only had 2 beers left.
I know, the assholes just ran out of beer for some reason after the bartender, for some reason, was waving a little napkin around. I don't understand why. And
They're talking about all these damn flags. Who the fuck has all these flags in a bar?
Really? I mean, God.
I'm not a flag. I don't talk about it. You're a flag.
Oh, man.
I got nothing there. I've got nothing.
Right.
Go on. Gibby.
All right. Teo nightclub and Asian bistro in Las Vegas makes no secret of its tendencies to fetishize the culture on which it's based in cuisine and Buddha-lined interior. They're in trouble because of a billboard sign that they've posted, which is quite hilarious in my opinion. It says Tao Asian Bistro Nightclub, Lounge Beach, Las Vegas. It's on the left side. And on the right side, it goes, always a happy ending.
I see what they did there. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
Exactly. So a lot of people are up in arms because the happy endings part refers to a sexual demonstration of an illicit massage parlor. And the happy ending for all those guys out there know exactly what I'm talking about. Happy ending.
Somebody please think of the children.
That's right. Think of the children.
Oh.
I question
Why?
sometimes.
I feel dirty now.
I do. I feel like I need a shower.
Just one?
Throwback. What up?
All right. A Catholic.
This is not that girl again?
No, it's a Catholic school teacher was fired.
For touching a boy?
Nope, she gave birth.
Without having sex? I thought that was a big thing for them.
Nope, a Montana Catholic school teacher was fired for being pregnant and unmarried.
Yeah, because that's very uncommon these days.
So she actually filed a complaint with the Federal Equal Employment Opportunity Commission.
Can she do that since they're the church?
Well, I don't know how this is going to work. I find it quite odd that they fire her, but I can understand why, because technically it's against their morals.
Does she intend? What is she? Okay. Did she give birth and she was single?
Well, she's unmarried. That's the problem.
Yeah, but is she with the father?
You're not supposed to have unless you're married.
Yeah. Well, okay, because that.
Hey, that's the Catholic way, man. That's the Catholic way. She should have realized what she was walking herself into.
Not everybody can be a virgin like me. Okay, we're just saying.
Oh yeah,
that
exactly. Virgin like you.
There could be. I can't even say that with a straight face.
Man, I would have never guessed, Dace.
I'm just curious as if maybe she's with the dad. They just can't afford to get married, or maybe they're planning on getting married and the kid just came first. I don't know. Arguing with the church never gets you anywhere.
That's right.
But that doesn't make any sense, though. If she got fired simply because she gave birth, shouldn't they have fired her even before then? Because obviously she...
No, she didn't give birth. Well, at this point in time. They actually fired her when she was pregnant.
So,
okay.
But I would look at them and be like...
as of now, she did give birth to said child.
Well, at that point, when you're being called into the office to be, terminated, I would look at him like, okay, we can fix this. I will just go have it aborted.
that'll fix it.
I'm sure that'll work.
You said
so
I can't.
Better.
Yeah, well, you said I can't have a kid. I found a loophole. Give me a coat hanger. Let's do this. I need this job. I have a kid coming. Well, not anymore. So I don't really need this job anymore. It's confusing.
Oh, man.
That was the Dace Man Show. We love being on the air for this long. Thank you, Mega Powers Radio.
I'm on fire. By that I mean, like, I'm getting fired because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm drunk. I've been fasting and on a new diet. I'm deprived of food and caffeine, and this is what happens.
There you go.
Someone get this guy a Mountain Dew. I'm sure one Mountain Dew won't hurt him.
Oh, God, it'll bring me back to reality. Get away from this abortions and
coat hangers and
Holocaust and all that stuff. Gibby, what did you do to me?
I did absolutely nothing.
This is what happens when you spend the week in Michael Burhan's basement.
I know, man. How'd you get out?
He doesn't make a good tie. Like, he tied a knot and nothing happened. It was good. It was easy escape.
And why were you tied up?
It's just the thing we do. You know.
Yeah. Just a little tying up, it's not major.
Yeah.
Maybe some fetishes going on, maybe not. Well, let your mind play games with that.
I'm a virgin, remember?
Of course.
Of course.
I mean, your mouth is. I mean.
Oh! This fucking sailor mouth is not a whore, you little bitch.
Exactly. Proving my point.
Go on with your next story before I keep talking about things that are irrelevant.
All right, we're going to go down to Florida because everything weird happens in Florida. A Bunnell police officer was placed on paid leave after he was accused of trying to take advantage of a young boy online. That's right.
Paid leave?
Paid, yeah, come on. First off, everything's paid when it comes to the government.
No, but hold on.
For getting him to an explicit chat with a child?
That is
he's on paid leave.
Yeah, that's shit that ends career.
All right, look. You have to understand here. All this guy did, all he did was he went online, he posed as a 16-year-old girl on Facebook, and used a fake profile to solicit this boy, all right?
Well, of course you would defend this guy.
Catfish.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
And of all people to defend him, you were the guy.
Yeah. And then, conversation turned slightly sexual,
So naturally. Go on.
Police officer obviously then had to ask for sexual photos, right? That's just commonplace.
This is Dateline Underage with your host, Gibby, as he breaks down the details. He's an expert in the subject matter.
And why he's defending it.
So he only received several photos, all right, between June and October. He was only working it for a couple months, It wasn't like a long-term thing.
And the kid was 16?
15. Come on, Jesus Christ, 16's too old.
Shit. He might be able to drive over here. Fuck.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my head hurts all of a sudden. Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Now, I'm talking about the one that's sitting on my shoulders.
Yeah. Unlike Gibby, who is the other one where it's kind of throbbing right about now.
What was that?
Nothing. I'm sorry. Talk about your buddy down in Florida. Or is that all you got?
That's pretty much all I got on him right now. He's on paid leave, So we're still paying him to be our police officer. He just doesn't have to work.
That makes all the sense in the world.
I know, right? I completely agree. He did such a good job, therefore we have to keep paying him, right?
Yes.
That's right.
What other weird news you got for us, bud?
That's all I got for right now. I mean, if you want, I can just hook up some random stories.
Well, I go ahead. You got one?
Yeah, I've got quite a few, actually.
Sure. Shoot away, Trav.
There we go.
Right.
We don't have a Frank's Corner this week because Frank is MIA.
Well, that's okay. I'll make up for that because I got a fun fact list I'll go through here in a little bit.
Sweet.
Ooh, all right, fun facts.
Mm-hmm. Underwear thief trapped in bathroom by baseball bat wielding family.
Gibby.
Now, I did not see where this came from, but I saw it. Thought, I gotta so share this. Oh, it's in Florida. Cool.
It always happens in Florida. The nuts live in Florida, I think.
Well, that officer has a lot more time on his hands now because he's on paid leave. So,
and he can go get drunk and then find some
go
more
steal
boys.
some underpants.
Florida man Manuel Rodriguez, 21, was allegedly trying to steal underwear from a Golden Gate home Saturday night when the residents caught him red-handed and trapped him in the bathroom. Janet Gonzalez told the station the whole family, this was reported to ABC7, told the station the whole family was asleep when they heard a loud racket. Her husband and 2 teenage sons, armed with baseball bats, went downstairs to investigate and found that someone had smashed through a sliding glass door. Outside there was a bike with, quote, our laundry detergent, towels, and laundry basket, Gonzalez said. Janet Gonzalez says she located Rodriguez hiding in the bathroom, and she and other family members ran to push the door shut and ensure the man didn't leave. Deputies who arrived at the scene said they found 2 pairs of stolen underwear on the suspect. Quote, he had my little girl's panties in his pockets and one on the sink, Janet Gonzalez said. To me, only a sick, perverted person would do that. Rodriguez isn't the only person to get trapped in the room in recent weeks. Earlier this month, an entire family in Portland, Oregon, was trapped in a bedroom by their 22-pound cat who went over the edge.
Uh-oh. 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 That's crazy.
All I could think of the entire time he was saying that story were the underpants gnomes from South Park. Like, just nonstop, that song is just running through my head. I'm like, I can't sing it. I can't sing it. I can't sing it. And you're just saying it. I'm like, oh, time to go to work. Work all day. Search for underpants. Hey, we won't stop until we have underpants. Yum, 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 yay. Just running through my head. God, I need caffeine. Going crazy.
Oh, my God.
All right, I got another great. This one actually I heard about a while ago, but I find it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Not really weird, but yeah. So did you guys hear about the Massachusetts, the highest court overruled a lower court's ruling in Boston about voyeurism?
Uh-oh. What's legal now?
All right. No, it's not illegal. They actually made it legal. A female passenger on the MBTA, Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority trolley, was wearing a skirt, and the alleged offender took upskirt pictures of her. According to the court's ruling, that is perfectly fine as long as they are clothed.
What?
I kid you not. So since she had her clothes on, it was perfectly fine.
What?
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, was she wearing underwear?
It says it doesn't even matter because you only have to be partially clothed. So you just have the dress on and you're fine. I mean, and then you're partially clothed.
Okay.
And it's your own fault. It's basically what the court in Massachusetts is saying.
So is that guy that, like, made that ruling a guy that does this? Like, this is totally okay, guys, because I do it on the weekends, and I'm not in trouble.
Exactly. So
how is that okay?
They're saying it's not breaking her privacy because if he can see it with, like, I mean, I kind of understand what they're saying. Like, he can see it anyway, and he's just taking a picture.
If gravity could kick his ass, he falls on the ground, looks up, and then, I could see.
I mean, it is an odd scenario. I will admit that. But that is how the courts ruled on, well, the higher courts, actually. The lower courts actually got him for invasion of privacy.
I can't believe he appealed and went to a higher court with this matter.
He appealed, went to a higher court, and he won.
Oh my! And is he going to get paid by the state now for, like, I have mental distress because I couldn't look at her vajayjay?
Maybe. I have no idea. My question is,
you have mental distress.
My
question
is,
pervs,
how many people after this court ruling immediately went and got their phone and just started taking pictures.
Dude, I want to go do it right now.
I'm not going to take a phone to go do. I got my Sony HD Handycam. I'll just go to Massachusetts and just try to peer into the windows with that.
Yeah, it's cool. Nature's happening. Just let it flow.
Okay, what's this about?
Apparently, in Boston, the highest court of Massachusetts overrode a local court and stated that it's legal to take pictures of girls up their skirts.
As long as they're close.
I believe it should be made law that girls should allow you to take pictures up their skirt.
You sound like you're from London.
You're waiting on it, haven't you?
I have been. It's been an hour.
But I'm eating salad.
Oh, I see. This is a challenge?
It's part of my my daily routine. I have salad like every day.
Yeah. I had a salad today and yesterday. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm looking really lean as well.
I'm
having girls like check me out.
I look good in black.
And just a word of warning, Dace. I'm looking kind of like huge as well at the same time. So
Yeah. Well, so am I.
My biceps are the size of my knob, so that makes them really big.
Oh, I don't know about that.
If I knew what a bicep was, mine's pretty big.
Do you know what else is big?
What?
Nuts.
I knew it was coming. I thought he was going to say peanuts. I thought he was going to say peanuts.
Saying I was wearing my bike helmet, and these girls were laughing at me and my friend wearing our bike helmets and goes, "Nice bike helmets." I said, "Yeah, it's because we've got huge penises," and they laughed. I was like, yeah, you get the joke.
It's not a Dace Man Show without a London version of the word penis.
That's right.
Wankers.
Not from Amber cock. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, that's my show.
Ladies love it when I say the word cock. So, ladies, cock.
It sounds like the stuff from Home Depot you use to fill cracks when you say it.
Cock.
So it doesn't sound as dirty. When Americans say it, it's very harsh. It's like.
Yeah, but when I say it, I sound like James Bond wanting to whip their clothes off.
Yeah, well, it's got like a suave way of saying it, whereas when we say it, it's harsh and it's like, oh, it's gonna hurt me. Where you say it, it's like, oh, it might be fun.
It's like whispering sweet nothings into your ears. It's like.
Like, go ahead.
For Americans, it's like, bite the pillow, I'm going in dry. And they're like, ugh, it's disgusting. And I go, bite the pillow, I'm going in dry.
Well go ahead.
Like, okay, then, let me pie it.
Go ahead and say, like, oh, let me show you my cock. Go ahead and say it.
Let me show you my cock.
See, that's British, and then Americans like, let me show you my cock. Ugh. And it's like, that guy's going to hurt me.
Yeah, can Gibby say it? So I want to hear Gibby say it.
Brian, you just turned me on just now. Oh, my God.
Thank you. I'm so good at it. By the way, I'm just going to say, can I have my martini shaken, not stirred?
See?
Oh, yeah, my nipples are getting hard.
So, Gibby, you go ahead and say it. I'm kind of scared.
What am I saying?
You want to see my cock?
Do you want to see my cock?
You sound like you're from Boston. So we got a little bit of it.
Gibby sounds like he's like parading kids' playgrounds.
I'm gonna go sell some cow.
You want to see my cock?
That cock.
I'm gonna go sell some cow pods to take a Sharpie and draw a cock. That's what you sounded like.
He's from Minnesota.
Oh, they have a weird accent.
Like Sarah Palin, you know.
Yeah, they use the word "a" because they're like basically Canadian.
You want to see my cock?
Yeah.
Want to see my cock, son? Want to see my cock?
You keep sounding like you're from Boston, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're throwing an A in there when it's clearly an O.
Let me show you my
cock.
I say my cock, man.
Let me try it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was the phrase again?
You want to see my cock?
Okay. You want to see my cock?
You've got like, what the fuck is that porn guy? Double D. Is that the guy? Dirty D. Dirty D, son. He's like a porn guy. You've got that deep voice, like, we're going to make some porn. Like, Isaac Hayes.
Someone's going to rip your ass.
I guess someone's going to rip your ass, a new one, because I'm going to show you my big cock.
And this is just how we do it here on the Dace Man Show.
Hey, you're the guy from Boston. You no longer have an opinion.
What you talking about, Will?
And now you're like, okay, what else do you got for us?
What? In the butt?
There's one thing I want to ask a question. Did everyone talk about Chris Evans?
Cap?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Cap.
Well, the fact that he says he's retiring from acting once his Marvel contract's up.
What?
Oh, that's bullshit.
Worse.
To concentrate on directing. Now, what he said, and there's two schools of thought here. There's two stories going on. One is saying that he's only going to act if it's a Marvel movie. So he wants to stay as Captain America, but he's not doing any other projects.
I'm cool with that.
The other one is basically, apparently it's more truthful in the other school of thought of he's retiring from movies altogether so he can direct because he feels that he doesn't like being famous.
What?
Yeah. I just think it's because he's got enough money now. He's like, fuck it, I'll just do whatever the hell I want.
I think he's taking the Captain America role too serious.
Hey, you know what? He's the same age as me. That's, like, disturbing. He's got more of a film career than I have.
I can't believe he's, like, same with, like, if I got a Marvel role, I'd be like Hugh Jackman. I would own that shit until I died and then signed my rights to be, like, CGI'd and everything going forward.
He is Wolverine, and he should monopolize that character because that's making him a lot of money.
Yeah, like, why would anyone want to give up playing Tony Stark?
I don't get that either, especially with the amount of
Robert
money.
Downey Jr. does, because apparently he's demanding a lot of money now. But the thing is, those characters are defined by themselves. They're not defined by the actors playing them.
True, because, I mean, how many incarnations have we had of, like, different characters? Like Nick Fury. He's been, like, 3 different incarnations. David Hasselhoff, he was white in the comics and black in the comics, and he was Sam Jackson, which is why they made him black in the comics, because they wanted a Shaft-like character. But it's I don't know who can play it other than Tony Stark. The only other person I can envision is the guy who played Nathan Petrelli. Because
I think you could do it, Dace.
Tony Stark? Oh.
So, Gibby, are you stupid and blind?
That's the nicest thing he's ever said to me.
But he's an asshole. That's all Tony Stark is, an asshole.
No, but Dace would have to dye his hair black and then have to get some weird goatee thing.
It's gone.
I would not take that
I think Dace could play out of anybody. I think Dace could possibly, maybe the Punisher.
I like it.
Maybe Captain America.
Totally.
You know what?
I don't have those.
You know what? Let's say this. I think for the top 5, I think we should be the top 5 Marvel characters that people from the Dace Man Show would play.
I like it. And with that, we'll transition into celeb news. But first, since all you assholes don't have control of the soundboard this week, an ad from our local sponsors.
What the?
Hey, Dacetacular Nation, it is I, Chris, the Dace Man Dace, host of the Dace Man Show, checking in with you guys to let you know of a new podcast debuting April 13th called For Real Movie Club here on Mega Powers Radio. Join me for the month of April as I moderate a panel of 4 movie buffs and we discuss Mel Brooks films. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's April 13th. Tune your radios to Mega Powers Radio, and ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. That was fantastic. I
think somebody has way too much time on his hands.
It was a great commercial from our motherhood station, Mega Powers Radio. I'm just saying. Travis will be on the show, right, Travis?
Yeah, I guess so. It sounds like I've just been invited. Sure.
Oh, there you go.
That's the right time to tell you. Actually.
Live on the air.
Would you like to be on a show on a Untitled Movie Show episode? So why don't you come join us?
Absolutely. Well, which one? This week?
Well, next week, if you like. Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday at 8 p.m., I believe, your time.
I should be good. I'll be in Houston, so it'll be 7.
Okay.
Yeah, still good.
I like it. Cross-promotion, SmackDown Raw,
Exactly.
WrestleMania.
And I'll tell you what, and I'll do in kind, and I will come and join you on your show as well for the first episode. How about that?
I do have a 4th seat still open.
Well, my butt can sit firmly on that 4th seat.
There you go. So there it is. We have the full panel for the April show. It'll be myself moderating with a panel of Mike Payton, Tony Mango, Travis Goss, and Michael Burhan, which I think is very inquisitive. And we will be breaking down Mel Brooks films, Spaceballs, Robin Hood Men in Tights, Blazing Saddles, and what the hell is the other one? Young Frankenstein? Young Frankenstein.
Yes. Oh, I love these.
You know what
movies.
makes me laugh is the fact that no one asked me to be on the show, even though I hosted Movie File. And we have the Untitled Movie Show on the Retro Anime Network as well. So it's actually, I should have been the first choice to be like on your panel.
Well, hey, everybody was invited. You just had to claim the seat. I didn't actually go out and say, hey, do you want to be on the show? It was do you want to come? And the same with May, because May we're doing baseball films. Sign up on fanboysnonsense.com or shoot us an email at the Dace Man Show @gmail.com.
Which I logged into right
just
now.
Just Michael Burhan, and Michael Burhan will make love to your ear, and then you'll be on the show.
Yeah. And then he'll put the request in the shredder. Be like, I don't know what he was talking about, but I made love to someone last week.
Yeah, ear rape.
Ear rape. So with that, let's roll into celebrity news. Judge Joe Brown was, oddly enough, arrested in a courthouse for getting a little for contempt because he was getting rowdy. He showed up to for a trial that was not taking place at the time, and he got all mouthy about it. And next thing you know, he was arrested and mandated to spend 5 days in jail.
Only 5, huh?
He had 5 violations or something. So, yeah, that's fun, right? Right.
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't know.
It's just funny because Judge Joe Brown. It's great.
I don't know.
In other celebrity news, Wu-Tang Clan will only sell a single copy, one copy, of their new album.
Well,
this is really stupid.
Yeah, they're gonna apparently. Sorry, guys, it's loading. As music sales have dwindled over the years, artists have increasingly turned down to make special editions of their albums. So this is a good way to go for their 20th anniversary album called A Better Tomorrow. The hip-hop collective also recorded a double album in secret over the last 2 years and is only releasing one single copy. So it'll be encased in a silver and nickel box crafted by British-Moroccan artist Yaha. Will probably sell for millions of dollars. However, However, before it's sold, the one-of-a-kind album will tour the world as many other famous pieces of art do, with stops at museums, gallerias,
wait, they're calling that art?
Apparently, and potentially music festivals. Wu-Tang Clan is art. I agree with you. That's kind of, it is an art.
Yeah, but this is really stupid.
Yeah.
All right. How is that art?
I don't know.
Well, that kind of is insulting because you have all these priceless works of art that do this whole world tour thing. So what you're saying is the Wu-Tang Clan are that popular that they have to resort to doing something this dramatic. This is stupid. Wu-Tang Clan, go screw yourselves.
That doesn't make any sense.
It'll tour, and then the guy who buys it for millions of or girl who buys it for millions of dollars are free to do what they want with it.
Because they're idiots, but okay, keep going.
No,
yeah, dunk on it. Watch what's going to happen. Someone's going to actually buy that, and they're going to leak it online. You mark my words. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Which according to this article, it's theirs to do whatever they want. So if it ends up online, more power to them. But they could also be hoarders of music and never share with us.
That doesn't make any sense. They would have to.
No.
They're going to make millions of dollars.
Wu-Tang Clan would have to put it out, right? Like,
no, they don't have to.
Can't. So
they'll probably put it on like a bidding market. Whoever gets it, which will probably be millions of dollars because people buy stupid stuff, i.e., look at me, look at my basement.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Exactly. So they're going to get millions of dollars from this one sale, whereas when's the last time you bought a CD? Me, it was, ironically, Taylor Davis's CD. She was part of the Internet Goddess Tournament. But even before that, Weird Al was the last major artist that I've bought his CD.
Yeah. True. It's probably my last one as well.
But, I mean, I've recently picked up 2, and they were from Taylor Davis because they were autographed. I thought they were pretty awesome. You can check my reviews on fanboysandouts.com.
I don't know. I just find that odd that, I feel like a news station or somebody would have to probably be the likely buyer of that, right?
Or it could be one asshole who just doesn't.
Because then they would technically have sole rights in being the only station allowed to play it, right?
Yeah. Or if I had millions of dollars, I'd buy it and never let anyone listen to it.
Wait a minute. So can they buy it, right?
I would have bought it.
No, I have sole property over it, right? Then could I, in turn, then make copies of said CD and then sell it?
You could.
Or is it copywritten by...
It sounds like they're signing over the entire album and rights to this person that buys it, but they're selling it for millions of dollars.
Yeah, but if it's any good, you buy it, right? And then you turn around, you can then mass produce it, and then you'll get all the royalties for it.
True,
Yeah.
but as far as you know, it could be them farting.
You forgot to say it.
That is true.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. It's true. It could be a guy farting on a record for 42 minutes. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, but this is a double disc album.
All right, 82 minutes.
Okay, there we go. But what I'm thinking is...
a lot of parts.
I didn't even realize they still actually made music, them too.
I think it's more than two. The Clan. I think you're thinking Outkast.
Outkast is like a whole group.
Effin' Man, Raza, Gerza, Redman,
Ghostface Killer.
Yeah, Outkast is kind of like just two.
Yeah. There's loads of other ones as well. I just can't remember them because they don't really matter.
Way to confuse black people, Gibby.
I don't know, whatever.
They look the same to Gibby.
They do, fortunately.
But Travis, you were about to say something before Gibby cut you off?
No, I was just going to say, if that's the case, I'd like to see like a big record company. I mean, let's see like Rhino Records or the Shout Factory buy that and then go.
And he died.
Did the NSA kill him because of revealing the plan?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. You can't do that!
I
That was our plan.
So I could throw it in the toilet and take a shit on it.
Yeah. I personally would buy it and then never release it. I'd probably break it. It's like, you can't ever hear it now. Then they'd be like, oh, we did a backup. So then you lied to me and I'm suing you for millions and millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. And fuck is wrong with us? In other celeb news, he said,
celebrities? Oh, God.
Apparently. Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow have split up.
No. They've had a what was it called? A unseparation.
So they're back?
There's some new age sort of split up thing where they've had a divorce. They've been separated for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically they're parting on good terms apparently.
The hell is
So
that?
they're splitting up.
Burhan, you make no effing sense.
No, it's not. That's her that makes no effing fucking sense. She's part of that new age, new wave bollocks.
They're calling it conscious uncoupling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically, from what we've been seeing is they've drifted apart. She was seen with her ex-boyfriend kissing in front of her kids, which I don't condone. Apparently she made the first move. She's basically, from what some are saying, she's the one who cheated on him. And others from other sources are saying that they basically made the split because he wanted to live in London, she wants to live in the States. They keep fighting all the time and they've just had enough of each other. And a few people have just said it's because he makes shit music.
Yeah, you know how I know you're gay?
Why?
You like Coldplay.
I love that.
Oh, my God. Get the hell out of here.
What?
I will never cause you trouble.
Really, Coldplay? You listen to?
Chris Martin is the lead singer. Way to put What?
I will never go and treat you wrong.
Lights will guide.
Now I'm going to go listen to Clocks. I like that.
Try to fix you, Gibby.
In other splitting news, Trace Atkins' wife files for divorce after the guy is just crazy. After 17 years of marriage, they're calling it quits.
Only 17, huh?
It's pretty long for a celeb relationship.
You know, it's not long for old people.
Old people. I got nothing. Paul Walker, apparently his duh.
Oh shit! Oh my God! Breaking news!
Breaking news! Holy shit! Paul Walker's death was not due to a mechanical misfunction in the car itself, but due to the fact that he was speeding.
Oh, I would have never guessed that.
He was a passenger, though.
Yeah. So the car apparently had the original tires on it from when it was first made, and they hardened to the point where they couldn't grab traction. So when they hooked that corner,
I guess they just booked.
The dude has tons of money, and he didn't manage to fix fucking tires in a car.
Well, it wasn't his car, from what I understand. Or maybe it was his car. He wasn't the driver. That's all I know, like Travis said. But it was not mechanical failure. That's something that everybody kept saying when it first happened. It is the speed and the tires that caused the fatal crash. So,
it's speed and the tires.
Anytime you start hearing your tires squeak on your vehicle, change them, people. Unlike me, who still squeaks when I turn corners. In other news, something that has irate or made people rejoice, which was kind of funny, and I think it happened between this week. Fred Phillips died, or Fred Phelps. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's the Westboro Baptist Church founder.
Is he related to Michael Phelps?
No, I don't think
so. I'm glad he's not.
But apparently, TMZ, when they broke the story, just put Fred Phelps, Westboro Baptist Church founder, dead, and then below it put a video of the song "Celebration," which I thought was funny as hell.
Celebrate good times, come on.
That's if you click play, it's that song blaring, which I understand why they did it. This is the guy that's responsible for rallying people to these funerals of militaries and the fallen military, and just picketing funerals. And then these bastards had the audacity to say, "Please don't come out and protest his funeral, blah, blah, blah." Fuck you.
They're going to, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring, motherfuckers.
But apparently they showed up and protested, the people there protested a Lordy concert over the weekend or recently. And
Lordy.
Or Lord, whatever the fuck her name is.
I was going to say.
I protested Brian Gibson's sex party because he shouldn't be having sex or...
Yeah, and they were hating on Brian Gibson's kind, saying hey, fags go to hell, blah, 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 all that stupid stuff they say. And she tweeted out for all of them to start kissing the same-sex protesters on their way into the arena to hear her concert. But most of them didn't know who Phelps was. So, good to know that you guys know what you're following. Well played. In other celebrity news...
more? Oh, my God, guys. Oh, my God.
Wow, that's hurtful.
Go ahead.
No, you hurt my feelings. I'm done.
Your feelings are there meant to be hurt.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, too. They're meant to be hurt. That's the problem.
And we're done. That's it. Cancel
All right,
so,
top five. Top five.
Do you want to do the top five?
Yeah, top five what?
Top five actors that could, or top five Marvel characters each one of the hosts can play. So let me play the clip and then we'll go into it.
Self-five for the big dog.
So how are we going to do this? Are we going to do it
Ghost
top
Rider.
five that I would think? Oh, shut up, Gibby.
I'm Ghost Rider.
Basically, we'll do it the same way we did with Nikki's thing last week.
So are we doing one person or are we going to do everybody? Because
we're going to have the hosts guess each other's.
Okay.
So
guess each other. What the hell is
basically, I get a turn. Travis gets a turn. Gibby gets a turn. And anybody who wants to call in, by the way, shoot that number.
760-512-7247. Sorry, I was taking a sip of water and he got me.
Yeah, and also, guys, you can also comment on the Facebook page as well for the Dace Man Show.
Yeah.
/Dace Man Show. And we're going to pick out superheroes we think you should play. Now, the thing is, once they're done, you can actually talk about the heroes that you think you should play, and we can kind of shoot it down and say that those were shitty ideas.
Gibby.
And then we'll basically move on. It's kind of a round robin. We move on to each host, and each host gets a turn. So, we'll start for the first person, which is Chris, the Dace Man Dace, leader, so to speak, host of the show. And let's still talk about the 5 characters that we feel that Chris, the Dace Man Dace, can play. I'll start with number 1. In my opinion, I think he should be a Captain America. So if Chris Evans ever does leave the role and Marvel contract does expire, Marvel Studios, look no further than Chris, the Dace Man Dace.
Woo! Truth, justice, and all that jazz.
Exactly. And I think if someone, you have the look, you've got the build, we can work on the body, of course. Don't have to worry about that too much. You just need to stop eating Reese's peanut butter cups.
I stopped.
And more insanity workouts. And so he has the look of Steve Rogers. He has the build of Steve Rogers. And he also has that sort of American voice that he can use. He can be sitting there going, hey, you know, I'm Steve Rogers. I'm Captain America. I'm American as apple pie. I think that's what we got for Dace here, ladies and gentlemen. So, Travis, your choice. Number 2.
Let's see. Who would I want? Let's see. Well, I would say
Marvel.
Well, it's going to have to be because that's what the category is.
Otherwise, I'm going to spank you. Now, Travis.
Gosh. So someone on the panel that I think would be a good Marvel character. Well, can we talk about ourselves?
No, you got to talk about Chris the Dace Man Dace.
All right. Who would I think? You know what? I definitely would see him as you said Iron Man. I mean, I totally agree with that. I think he'd be the perfect Tony Stark, I think.
I agree.
Sweet.
He's got that asshole mentality, and it just works.
Okay, that's hurtful.
I'm just saying.
Why?
Why? Oh, I don't know. He definitely has that smarkiness. He definitely has that. And I know he's working on a pretty good build. Kind of like what Tony Stark has. I don't know. He just make a total badass character as a total badass Iron Man.
All right, guys. I got mine. Mine's good.
Oh, boy. This is going to be good.
You say Ghost Rider, I will come to your house and kick your ass.
Number 3.
That's me, okay? Thank you.
Number 3, from Brian Gibson, a.k.a. the
Obviously, he has to be, because he can't act. He's ugly.
What?
So, he needs to be the Hulk. Hulk, nah. That's all he needs to say. He'd be good. I think he can handle that, guys.
That was actually a pretty good Hulk impression.
Yeah, it was.
I think that's all he can handle.
There's 2 parts to Hulk.
If I Hulk in one of my voiceover things, I think we should get you to do it, because that's awesome.
There's also 2 parts to Hulk. If I'm Hulk, I'm also Bruce Banner, who's a genius. No.
You're just Hulk. We're going to have to fill in the other part.
Okay.
An actual actor, You're
going to paint me green and then get some scrawny fucker to be Bruce Banner.
Exactly.
It has to be like a baby that weighs like 9 pounds.
Yeah, right? I hate you, Gibby.
I'm just saying. That's what you need. That's all you can do at this point.
Oh, I hate you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Number 4, from myself here, I would see Chris Dace, none other than Deadpool.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Yes. Bang, bang, chimichangas. I love it.
Merc with the mouth. Also, someone that, basically with the martial arts skills, he can learn that sort of. He's got that kind of Ryan Reynolds snarkiness about him as well. Can do improv comedy, of course. Me and him have been trading a few blows here, there, and everywhere. He's done the improv troupe with Tony Mango. What was that called?
Uncensored.
And he's also naturally sort of talented on the microphone as well, and someone I believe in the wrestling industry needs to get a push based on his promo skills alone, if only people would actually let him fucking talk. So I would actually say, yep, Merc with the mouth, Deadpool. So Wade Wilson, definitely Chris Dace.
Yeah.
So you get the final one. Go for it.
I like it.
And we need 5. Of course, my 5 is not a DC character. It's a DC character.
I don't see the problem with DC. You could do DC. We could do superheroes in general.
Okay, we'll do 6. We'll do a top 6. We'll do a bonus one for Gibby because we want to throw him a bone.
Because a lot of the characters I'm thinking of for Burhan are DC.
So go for it, Travis. Tell you what, do you want to pass your one to Gibby? Let Gibby do it.
I'm more interested to see what Gibby has.
All right, Gibby, go for it. Number 5.
For some reason, I feel like, I don't know why, but I just feel like he would be a good Superman.
Yes!
Don't you mean Sun Man?
Kneel before Zod! That's the wrong guy, I'm sorry.
He could be Sun Man. That's pretty easy. Do you remember like Superman and the Quest for Peace, where they had that like hair being rocketed in the sun? This weird sun person came out for no reason and scratched his back like a bitch.
Yeah.
So I would say he'd be Sun Man, but still okay. Superman. Why?
Yeah, why Superman?
I just think he has that. I think his body is tight. He's tall. For me, he looks the part.
Yes.
He needs to, unfortunately, work on the acting part of it better. But
because Superman X.
Well,
I'm good.
You're a little like I don't see Superman as a dick.
And
Just saying.
That was in the direction I didn't think it was going to go. I'm actually surprised.
I think you should just stop talking. You said I look like Superman.
Wait. Have
I
you
think,
seen,
well,
like,
to
Zack
be honest,
Snyder's Superman, because Zack Snyder's Superman was a bit of a dick.
If you build like you're pretty much your body type is
awesome.
You just need to get chiseled a little bit, and you'll be perfect.
Oh God, I'm blushing.
All right, whatever.
Gibby's being so nice to me.
All right, fine. Fuck you. You could be a nice storm. How's that sound?
Okay, so next person
I'd rock.
on our list. Maestro, please.
Who, me?
Dace, name your top 5 who you feel that you could play.
Me. Obviously, a dream of mine would be Deadpool, number 1. Just because I love his randomness. I love Chipotle. I love breaking fourth.
Just because you like Chipotle, you can be Deadpool?
Yeah, well, you should know his love for... I love Chipotle and IHOP, and he loves pancakes and chimichangas. So...
Well, I bet you're looking at the new... there's a new Marvel story arc where they're actually going to be looking into Deadpool's real background. So we're going to get to look at that and look at his history. So
yeah,
that's fun.
And I like to think I make quips and stuff like that.
You do, and you kind of do break the fourth wall.
Yeah. Number 2, I was actually thinking when he said DC, I thought he was going to say Green Lantern, Hal Jordan.
Really? Green?
No, I don't see it. I'll probably see you as a Flash, but not Green Lantern.
I could, Flash. Yeah, Flash is not a bad one.
Yeah, Barry Allen. Could see you as
Really?
Barry, but not Hal Jordan. Yeah, you couldn't play Hal Jordan.
All right, I'll give you Barry Allen, yeah. Then I would never have said Superman. I'm really shocked that you said that.
Why? I feel like you... whatever.
It could be a gay Superman. Is that what you're going for, Gibby?
No, I would hope not.
Otherwise, you're watching...
Coming faster than the speed of sound.
To be honest with you, I would, if I had blonde hair, I would think Aquaman.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! This is why.
Oh my! I wouldn't even admit that.
Hold on.
Even admit that.
Hold on. This is why. If you actually read the comics with him, okay, maybe not Aquaman. We'll go with Namor from Marvel. Okay. Any Submariner is a huge dick, and that is one thing that you've been saying I've been.
Well, it's obvious.
And they're elitist dick and think they're better than everyone. So I think I could play that pretty well.
You could be a Human Torch.
I could be him. That's another good one.
Is he Marvel? I don't know.
Marvel.
Okay.
You're talking about Johnny Storm, right, from Fantastic Four?
Yeah, exactly. I just call him Human Torch because that's.
And if I lost a lot of weight, number 5, Spider-Man.
No fucking way! Get the hell out of here!
Come on!
Never in a billion years.
You're the jock that bullies Peter Parker.
No.
Get the fuck out of here!
I would say Venom.
Way.
I'd say Venom.
Eddie Brock.
No way.
No, Eddie Brock. I could see you as what's that guy's name?
I could actually. You know what? You could almost play a Batman.
Agent Venom. Who's Agent Venom? Flash Thompson.
Yes. I could totally play him.
Yeah, I could see you as Agent Venom. That's that's close to the Spider-Man universe as you're going to come though.
All right, well, that's my 5.
I think you could be a dark Batman.
Now we've got the top 5.
A really dark Batman.
Characters who Travis Goss could play in the comic book universe, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
So,
oh god.
Number 1, and we'll start with Chris the Dace Man Dace now.
I gotta go first.
Wait a minute. So who we're doing this for Travis? Who Travis can be?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you say Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, I will punch you. Not comic book character.
I think he could play a Hank Pym. I think he could be an Ant-Man. And I say that he's got the voice. Yeah. He's got the intellect. He's the one that brings class and intellect to this damn show. I really think he could play a really good Hank Pym.
I agree. Okay, that's agreed on me. So next one, Gibby. Who do you think Travis Goss could play?
That's a good one. I think he could do an Aquaman.
Is that good?
Someone had to say it. I knew it.
Go on. Why would he be Aquaman?
I don't get that. That's a very
clever. He's got nice, clever,
fish.
Clever things. I think he could do.
Well, I think there's a lot more to Aquaman. I think everybody's general perception is Family Guy, when he throws the fucking starfish on the shore and goes, "Yeah, you come in here, you got a problem." He's actually a very intellectual character and a
he's a badass.
Found the perfect one for Dave.
Done with him in New 52. My God, he's evil.
He's like Namor. They're borderline. You never know if they're good or bad because they just cared about Atlantis.
Yeah, he's a borderline asshole.
I honestly couldn't see Travis as that. He's too nice of a guy.
I agree. Dace can play a perfect blob.
Fuck you, dude. You said I look like Superman. Your vote is no important.
You do. So, but it depends. If you get slightly fatter, you can play the blob. If you actually get chiseled, you could be Superman.
Okay. We're focusing on Travis here, Gibby.
Yes.
Okay. For me, Travis Goss, I believe you could play none other than the man himself, Colossus.
Do you have a good Russian accent?
Reason being, I think you could learn the Russian accent. I learned RP, and I've also learned my American accent, my general American, very easily. So I think he can learn that. He's got the brain to learn that. I think he's also got a very big build that if he went to the gym, he could probably pump that shit up and look 10 times bigger than me and Dace combined.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I think he's got the look. I think he could be Peter. I think he could be like...
I'd actually... I'm number 4, right?
Yes.
I'd one up that, and I would stay in the X-Men family, and I would say Beast. Only for the fact...
Okay.
Very intellectual, very smart. Like I said, you've got this...
Man, am I just...
persona.
Thinking something slightly different than everybody else, but okay.
Well, I'm thinking about, his personality, his smooth voice. Henry McCoy is perfect for him.
You know what? I want up you again. X-Men Universe.
Go ahead.
Mr. Sinister.
Oh, yeah, if he went the route of the bad guy.
Yeah.
How
there
about,
you go. Could play Mr. Sinister.
I would have said Gambit.
Say Sinister knows what your future holds.
But that's me.
Say it very evilly, Travis. Go on.
What was the line again?
Like, Sinister knows what your future holds.
Sinister knows what the future holds.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's it. Totally Sinister. So, Travis, top 5. Who heroes do you think you could play?
Well,
wait.
I'm actually...
Did we actually do 5 already?
Yeah.
Can I give one more?
Sure.
No.
I think he could do the Punisher.
I don't think so.
No.
Really?
Castle. No.
I couldn't because I'm way too passive. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know you that well, but I would have gave it to.
I think Gibby could be a Punisher, but that's more he punishes my ears. Anyway, go on, top 5.
Well, actually, I was going to say the Incredible Hulk because I do have a pretty mean temper.
You could be calm. We see the passive side, but if we get you angry, you get the smash side.
Is it more the Norman Hulk or the Mark Ruffalo Hulk?
Hopefully, yeah. Ruffalo Hulk, Norton Banner.
I'm just going to go old school, the classic Bruce Banner. So.
You're doing the Bill Bixby?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I can agree with that.
All right, the next one, I probably could do go into the Watchmen because that's actually one of my favorites. Rorschach. Because I can do the voice that he makes.
Oh, God. No, I don't think it was twisted. But
I can be a little twisted at times, but because I actually got into a conversation with my fiance last week where I was thinking of writing a short film where a guy is actually trying to date these women, but he has one little problem. Their names have the letter E in their names, and his name has no E in his name. That makes him a little jealous. So it's a little twisted.
You can save that for plugs. Keep going on. Okay. Yeah. You know what? At the Watchmen series, I know who you could play.
Oh.
Don't say
Night Owl.
Manhattan.
No, not Dr. I don't want to see Travis's penis.
Where you were going with it.
Wants to.
No, because I kept staring at that fucking thing. Anyway, no, I don't believe that he would play Dr. Manhattan. Take another guess.
I don't know it too well. I know Rorschach.
It's been a while. Oh, geez, I'm trying to think of what else. not Night Owl, and of course not Rorschach or Dr. Manhattan.
The comedian?
Adrian Veidt,
the comedian?
a.k.a. Ozymandias.
Oh, him? Really?
Yes, the man who basically plotted to unite the world by destroying it. I believe him. I think you're intelligent enough to be him. I think a trip to the gym or two, you could probably get chiseled enough to be him. And I think he has that kind of intellectual mind where he knew how to ultimately save the world, because in the way that he did things, even though he pulled the strings behind everything else, he ultimately united the world, didn't he?
You know what, Burhan? If I ever see you, and hopefully later on this year, you're definitely getting a bro hug from me, man. That was actually very touching. I'm being serious.
Well, no, that's our thing. It's a very, very, because we're looking at like archetypes here, very intellectual,
right?
Very strong, and also someone who basically has all the tools, and he did what no one else in the Watchmen would do. Thus, he created kind of this organized chaos in a sense. So I would go with that. So, okay, I think you got two more.
I was going to say organized chaos to present world peace. I love it. See, who else would I put? I really, really would like to be Batman. That's one of my favorite characters of all time.
No,
I can't see you doing that.
Bruce Wayne, no. You could be Alfred, or even Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, wow. We're going from Ozymandias to Alfred. Wow, what a leap.
Compliment.
No, Alfred is military trained. He trained Bruce Wayne.
Year one.
In the old comic books.
Okay.
The new one, he's got more link to the League of Shadows. He's extremely intelligent. He deduces stuff, and he can fight for himself. He even fended off the Joker at one point. And he gave Superman a big punch in his fucking mouth in, Injustice, Gods Among Us.
It's true.
If you see the comic book. And he's like, what was it? He was like, Master Clark? He's like, yes. Bam! Stay away from my family. I was like, awesome, Alfred, you fucking rule. So I would say Alfred. You got that kind. You got the sort of kind and the type of person who would do something like that. In order to save the ones that he loves. I could see you as an Alfred. And the Commissioner Gordon thing, making Gotham better, you've got that whole Gordon-esque look on you anyway, sort of like the old school Gordon look thing going on. So that's what we go for from there. What's the last one?
I guess the only one I can think of is Spider-Man, for two reasons. Number one, who the hell would not want to climb up walls? That would be awesome. And two, I'm also a really good photographer. So got that going for me as well.
There you go.
I don't think you'd be Peter. I could see you as what villain? Well, what Spidey hero?
Doc Ock, maybe.
I can see Doc Ock.
Yes. I agree. Doc Ock. I'd say sort of mentor / his better. So you would be Spider-Man at one point. You would take over Peter's body. Once yours starts decomposing. Okay, we've got that one. So now, Brian Gibson, top 5. So we'll start now with Travis Goss. Number 1, who do you think Brian Gibson would play?
Been waiting the whole segment of his. I think he'd make a good Robin.
Gay Robin from the TV show, or we're talking more of the...
I only know the two.
I'm actually gonna say this. Robin a la the '90s Batman films.
Boy Wonder.
I'd say Jason Todd.
So Chris O'Donnell.
I could do that.
Okay. I can see that. I can think that.
The Jason Todd who turns to the red.
Definitely, Jason Todd. He'd be perfect as Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Or the one actually that later turns into a Nightwing. Is that right?
Oh, that's Dick Grayson.
That's Dick Grayson. Okay, no, he'd be a better Dick Grayson because he ends up turning into Nightwing, and it's an awesome character. He'd be perfect for it.
And he later does become Batman.
Yep.
For a little while. So, yeah. I like that. Okay. Dace, number 2.
Unfortunately, when it comes to Gibby, I can only think of villains. Red Skull.
Ooh, good choice.
Yes, I believe so. I think Gibby can pull off the Red Skull very viciously. Even when he looks like he's smiling, he looks vicious.
Yeah.
So I agree on that. I agree. For me, the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Gibby doesn't really have intelligence. I think you'd have to zap him with gamma rays in order to get him to have that intelligence. I think he's kind of one of those characters as well that everyone hates, but he ultimately causes, people to go completely nuts. So I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, I'll call him the leader.
To Travis?
Yep, Travis, you'll go.
Wow, this is a tough one for Gibby because I was thinking, Dick Grayson was perfect. I think probably another good character. I think he would also make a good Deadpool.
I can see it.
I think look-wise, but I don't think his quims are up to par.
Well, because this whole thing about Deadpool that we did not really touch upon when we nominated Chris Dace as a possible contender as Deadpool is that the character actually has, and no offense to you, Gibby, but this whole mental thing that he struggles with as well.
It's true. And he's ugly as hell.
Shit happens when you die.
No, but I'll tell you, if the part ever came up and Gibby were auditioned for it, I'm sure he'd get the part.
No, I think Dace would. Out of the two of them, I think Dace would be more of the Deadpool type than Gibby.
Well, they have to fight to the death for it.
Look, and he does look like his body's decomposing, so I agree with you on that one. But in terms of being Wade Wilson, I don't see it. I think he could be a Slade Wilson.
A Deathstroke, yes.
Yes.
Good point. I never thought of that. Good point.
The kind of anti-hero / villain, depending on whoever pays him the most money.
That is him to the T. That is Gibby.
I think that too.
The last one that I had for him before we got onto the Deathstroke conversation is I think we've thrown this out for everybody, but when it comes to, he's got some good quips. I'll give him that. He could play a Peter Parker. He looks like somebody who can kind of get bullied a bit, but put on the spider suit, he's a smart ass and can kick your ass.
Okay, all right.
I could see Gibby as a Spider-Man. Mainly Red Skull, but Spider.
Well, saying that, okay, you could say Scarlet Spider. He could be Kane.
He'd be fucking Carnage.
Yes.
That shit crazy serial killer.
Yes, I could agree with that. Okay, so Gibby, top 5.
All right. Well, my top 5. I would say if I grew up my beard a little bit and worked out a little bit, I could do Wolverine.
Okay, interesting.
Well, about as Wolverine as I'm.
Yeah, I mean, I can pull the look off, and I can kind of be a dick like him.
I can see you with pork chops sideburns. That'd be awesome.
I don't think I can see the fondness for little girls that are like below. He's like 100, and every girl under him just looks like weird.
I actually have 6, but whatever. All right.
And I could see you being like the one who basically can't remember anything that you did the night before. So that's kind of Wolverine. So yeah, I can see some characteristics, but not all. Okay, next one.
I say Magneto.
Yes.
Why? I gotta know this.
Because
you're Jewish?
Perfect.
It's a hell of a mantle.
I'd rather not be Magneto, but I feel like I'd fit that part better in the X-Men series.
If you were in the X-Men series, yeah, you're Magneto.
Yeah. But that's not because I want to be him. I just feel like that's probably the best part for me in him. But I'd rather be Red Wolverine, but I feel like that's much more of a stretch.
Magneto is probably one of the greatest villains of all time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
I also have to agree with Chris and say Spider-Man. Unfortunately. Unfortunately
that you had to agree with me?
Yeah, pretty much.
I really feel like you could.
I feel like that one probably fits me the most out of my entire list. I also put down Daredevil.
I could see that.
I literally could. I think half the time you seem blind. I agree. And I think your other senses are heightened, including your penis, because every time you even say hello to Nikki, she kind of gets creeped out like you're flashing her. So I can agree with that. And you have the power to repel women, which, his girlfriend, Electra, his first girlfriend, ended up dying. So I can see that's how far she wanted to go to get away from him. So yeah, I can agree with that as well. So now we're going to go to the top 5, of course, of Michael Burhan. So Gibby.
He gets one more.
Oh, you get one more. Go for it.
Yeah, actually I had 2, but whatever. My last one, I guess, for now would be Silver Surfer.
So you want to run around naked, accompanied by a humongous man?
A herald for Galactus.
Chris will understand why.
Galactus eats planets, but he gives you a pummeling afterwards in your anus.
Go on. Why would I understand?
Because I run around naked all the time.
Oh, good point. I wish I didn't understand that, but I do.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gibby, you get first crack at me.
I have 3 for you, and that's only 3.
So you got to say one first.
By far, the best fit for you, I personally feel like, is Bane.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like
You're
that
talking
nails you right on the fucking head.
Bane, the Dark Knight Returns Bane, right?
Yeah.
Not the roided up.
Of course.
I could see that. That's one of the ones
like
I was thinking.
That is like a fucking dead-on ringer for you.
I don't know whether to be flattered or insulted. Oh, I'll take flattery. Okay.
Well, he's a nice guy in the thing. He's just protecting that girl.
I got a
huge.
smart-ass answer for him.
Okay, that's your choice.
The smart-ass one, which I really don't want to go as my pick, is Captain Britain. Just because you're from England. But that's it. The one that I realistically think you could play is DC as well, Lex Luthor.
Yes, that's what
Does it come up bald?
No. I think you have the intellect and the suave, like, someone needs to do it well. We've been given, like, a cowardly Lex in, like, oh, I need to pay my way out of it, blah, blah, blah. You have this, like, personality that I think would fit perfectly for Lex. Evil, you can go to that evil side and be manipulative if you had to be. You know what I'm saying? No, probably not.
No, I agree. I think I understand. Basically making the impossible choices, so to speak, and also, feeling that you're doing good, but in a sense, you feel like the Kryptonian who's not sort of your equal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, I like that. Travis?
I was struggling with this one. I was actually going to go a different turn because I was choosing superheroes, but I thought about maybe a supervillain or maybe just a plain old villain. But I was thinking more lines of the Joker. And I'll tell you why.
That's one of mine. That's one of mine too.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain.
Well, for one thing, of course, you're incredibly intelligent, as is the Joker. You also have a lot of funny jokes and all that stuff. You know how to make somebody laugh. And although the Joker does kind of do it demonically, of course,
Did you not see his relationship with Nikki? That's the whole purpose of why I put you.
She's Harley Quinn?
Exactly.
You know, if Nikki was on right now, I think she would be a perfect Harley Quinn. I'd tell that to her face, too.
I do, too. Why do you think that she would be my Harley Quinn, though? Our relationship is like... She wants
it's like acid. It's like vinegar and water, basically.
Works
okay.
well.
That's fair play.
Well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think, the Joker, definitely.
Not a bad one. Like I said, that was actually my third choice. All of my choices apparently are villains, I just realized, because my next one...
There's no redeeming qualities about you, Burhan.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 4 now, are we on, yeah? That's correct? Yeah. Go on.
I actually picked a Green Goblin.
Oh,
that's not bad.
You would be a good Norman Osborn.
I mean, I feel like it's just because of how he acts and then how you act in the show. I just feel like it hits the nail on the head again.
Well, do you compare me to Willem Dafoe, or do you compare me to the comic book character?
I don't read comic books, so
he's probably comparing you to William Dafoe.
Well, that's an honor.
Well,
that guy's an amazing actor. He comes from the avant-garde.
Exactly. It was a great acting job he did, and I feel like just you can easily pull the same thing off. Easily.
I like it. Okay. So last but not least, Mr. Dace, number 5.
I feel like we've been bashing you and just making you villains left and right.
I actually take them as compliments because you have very, very apt reasons.
Yeah,
in terms of why.
It comes to the intellectual abilities because you're smart.
I think it's mostly because of how he acts, though, because he always has these quick one-liners back that are always somewhat hurtful.
Yeah,
and it works so well with villains.
So my last one, he can go either way. I feel like you could be a Nick Fury.
Okay.
He's on top of shit all the time. He is. He knows to the detail. He knows more about me than I know about me, and that's a Nick Fury trait.
It's got that stalk you. That's why.
But I just feel like you could be a leader. You've got the leadership role engraved in you, or like embedded in you, and what better way you would be either a Nick Fury, a Mr. Fantastic, a Captain Britain, just anyone who leads the teams. I can even see you, and I'm throwing out a million things here, Scott Summers. You could be a Cyclops.
You know what he could be? He could be a Ghost Rider.
Oh, Jesus.
Just let it go.
I'm going to use his power on you. Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, we're going to run into the archive session here. We got 8 minutes left.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll quickly run through the plugs to get them live on air, and then you could tune in for the off air, and we'll talk more about Marvel. And Mr. Burhan will give us his picks of who he thinks he should play. Let's go around the horn real quick. Gibby?
Dace Man, email me at the dacemanshow@gmail.com and visit our sites at dacemanshow.com, whatever. And email me, goddammit! Email me!
And he wants boner picks.
Yes. Mr. Burhan.
Of course, www.nerdgenius.com and also fanboysnonstop.com, where you find out I've got gameplay, of course, every Saturday night, 8 p.m. on the Retro London Network, and of course the archive versions are on Fanboys. I want to speak candidly to everybody. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking my videos. My YouTube channel is blowing up quite recently. I'm on 172 subscribers.
Nice.
Wow. My Anita Sarkeesian video has blown up from 600 views to 4,000. I don't know what's going on. Thank you. Whoever promoted me, thank you a millionfold. I don't know what's happening. Just keep doing it, guys. Thank each and every one of you. More videos to come. And, of course, you're going to see a load of new stuff from Michael Burhan. So thank you very much. I'm so proud that people like my shit. So it's amazing. You can also find me on, of course, as I said, retroisland.com for everything retro, and on the great shows on that network as well, and also here on the Dace Man Show on Mega Powers Radio, and also on Dace's new show, what that show is called again, sorry.
For Real Movie Club, and it'll be April 13th.
For Real Movie Club, and a new movie file coming this Sunday, guys. So watch out for that.
Okay, Mr. Goss, what you got?
YouTube.com/RoseCardReviews and YouTube.com/RoseCardLet'sPlay. I know the videos are very slow in coming. Guys, I have a very busy life. I work, school, and all these wonderful shows that I'm going to talk about here. And
Betrayal!
Also contributing writer for fanboysanonymous.com. Whenever I can find some articles, I write about them. Again, very busy life I have. So we're going to run through all the shows I'm on. Of course, you can find me here each and every Wednesday night on Mega Powers Radio with the Dace Man Show. It's Chris, the Dace Man himself, and of course, Gibby. And let's see here. And Thursday nights on Blog Talk Radio with Retro on Lim. I have my own show, the On Radio Show, which is on 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. These fine gentlemen were on episode 1, and again, thank you guys for being part of that. That was really sweet. And we're going to be debuting a couple of new segments tomorrow. We're going to be giving out love advice, which is going to be kind of funny. And got a gripe I'm going to open the show with. And we also play some funny-ass music as well. But that's the On Radio Show, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, submit your love advice on Facebook.com/The Retro on the Network, because we really want to hear your love problems. Phone in as well, of course. Because we're going to be having Travis, myself, Craig, and also Clint be your agony uncles.
And also my fiance is going to be joining the show too. I've talked her into it.
Sweet. Thank you guys. Just to run through mine real quick. Follow me on Twitter at the Dace Man. Check me out at oldtimewrestling.net for old-time wrestling matches and such. Check out what's going on at fanboysnonstop.com for myself, Travis, Michael, and everybody else at the blogger staff over at Fanboys Anonymous. Check out the new podcast that Burhan touched a little bit on earlier, the For Real Movie Club, which will meet once a month discussing 4 films. This month's theme is Mel Brooks films, April 13th, 8 p.m. start time. We'll be live discussing those films. Also, March 30th, 10 p.m. start time, How I Met Your Mother Retro Look, hosted by Tony Mango. There's only one episode left, and that airs next Monday, and we're going to look back at 9 seasons of How I Met Your Mother. Check out all the other shows here on Mega Powers Radio, such as Geek Speak, The Post Show, Addicted to Anime, Nerd Court coming soon. So many things going on. Like Travis said, we are all very busy men. And there's some events that I plan on planning for the Dace Man Show in the future. We had such success with the gaming for the charity for gaming. We got some more that I would like to do, hopefully in the month of May, if not June. On behalf of myself, Travis Goss, Michael Burhan, Gibby, thank you for listening to the live podcast here of the Dace Man Show. We're going to roll into the archive session to continue with Michael Burhan's picks for who he should play in the Marvel DC universes. And like I said, we're rolling in the archive session. We've got about 3 minutes left here of the live edition. If you want to join the conversation, you can find me on Skype at Chris_Dace. We'll add you into the call. If not, check us out next Wednesday, 8 p.m. here. We will have the results for the Internet Goddess Tournament. We are in the finals. Laura DeWitt versus Katie Wayne, a.k.a. Boxy, who is currently dominating the polls of 65% to her. 65% of the votes and 20,000 votes so far. So this contest has been crazy with all the people voting, and we will have an award for the winner. They've both been ordered. The winner will get the plaque. And tune in next week because we will announce that winner. And remember to vote on fanboysnows.com. Once again, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to roll into the archive session. With that being said, Mr. Burhan, this is actually the first archive session the Dace Man Show has ever done. It doesn't hiccup in between it, does it?
No.
Okay. So, Mr. Burhan, because I don't want you to get cut off in the middle of your list, what 5 Marvel/DC superheroes / supervillains would you play?
Okay, there's one there that I've actually just posted on the Skype chat here. His name is Simon Baz, a.k.a. the first Arab Green Lantern.
Yes.
Reason being, again, he's, Arab. That's one of the things. He's bald. He also is the first person to ever use the ring with his sheer will to wake up his brother-in-law, who ended up in a coma from a car crash.
Yep.
He's also one of the lanterns that uses. He has like a sort of a militant mind, but a very. He's kind of like in a way similar to Hal Jordan in a sense where he believes, he's destined for greatness. He's destined for good. So he's an amazing lantern, and I'd go with him. Number 2. I would go with none other than Batman. And the reason being, I think he is the only one who could take down the entire Justice League. I think that would be me. I think I could take down the entire Justice League by myself and have the sort of mental faculties to do it. I think he does things that no one else can do in a sense and that no one else would want to do. And he walks that third line between good and evil sort of thing. He kind of has that middle ground. He's the anti-hero, but he's doing things for a purpose. And I also think I'm extremely charming and I can charm the pants off most ladies out there. And so I think I could be Bruce Wayne, again, because I'm the sexiest man on radio, of course. So yeah, Batman. So I definitely would be Batman. Well, being honest here, Gibby, honestly, I think I could be.
Oh,
and,
yeah, real honest.
I think also Frank Castle, the Punisher.
I could see the Punisher.
Yeah.
That was going to be one of my choices if I hadn't picked Lex.
A family man like myself. I've also sort of similar to Frank. I think if I was in his situation, I probably would snap and go completely and utterly rogue. I think he's an incredible badass. He's someone out of anybody who could go out there and just go freaking maniacal on anyone. And the thing about it as well, where he ends up getting destroyed by Daken, I think I would be in that same position as Castle, where he was getting his body torn apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be on that whole thing as well, and then get like reincarnated as Frank and Castle, and then brought back to life as himself again. So yeah, I'll be totally Frank Castle.
I like the Frank and Castle reference.
Frank and Castle was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know what people had a problem with that. I think people need to go and get a fucking life. It's comic books. And the next one for me, I believe, I wouldn't be Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man, but I believe I would be Ben Reilly, a.k.a. Scarlet Spider.
I could see that, yeah.
I think he was everything that Peter wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
He was the guy that would take chances. He's the guy that didn't have Peter's upbringing in a sense. He wasn't sort of closed in on himself and never worried and had the whole world on his shoulders as his burdens. I think Ben Reilly was the guy, in my vision. I think he's the one true Spider-Man. I think in terms of killing him off, they should never have done that in the first place, but that's my opinion. And he was also a very snazzy dresser as a Scarlet Spider with the red and the blue hoodie, so I liked it. I believe I've got number 5 now, aren't I?
Yeah, I think you got one more.
5. Number 5, of course, would be Wolverine.
What?
I'm the old man that pervs at the younger girls and fanboys. Come on. Right? That's 1.
No.
2, I'm a complete and utter badass.
No.
3, I'm
First off, you
far
need
more
hair.
intelligent than people make me out to be.
You need hair.
I have loads of hair on my body.
Yeah.
Okay. I can get implants and be Wolverine. Okay? Fuck you.
Completely question that one. Wow, I did not expect that from you at all.
You sound really offended that he chose him. Like, fuck you, Burhan, for having an opinion.
Like, no, that's a bad opinion, okay?
Okay.
You say Ghost Rider is a bad movie. That is a bad all right? That is a horrible,
Ghost Rider.
horrible opinion.
Let's go to Dace and Travis here. Do you think I could play Wolverine?
Possibly.
Get the fuck... What?
I don't know, because you've got to play Wolverine, you've got to be hardened. And there's a soft side to you. You got to be hardened, and you got to get to the soft side. You know what I'm saying? Because he does eventually gets a soft spot for a couple people, but most part he's ready to hack and slash anybody that gets in his way. And I don't get that killer sense from you. One of the characters that popped in my mind as you continue talking was Oliver Queen. I think you'd make a good Green Arrow.
Ooh. Okay, I like that. What's the reason behind that one then?
Once again, it goes back to like you've got like a sophistication to you. You're smart. You're quick with response time on things, and just he's also got a smart ass tone to him in some of the comics. He's kind of like a mix of Hal Jordan and Barry Allen without being them. And he's very protective of his own territory. And since we make fun of Britain all the time, you're very protective of it. So, Oliver Queen. Plus, Queen's in the name.
No.
Okay. So any of the other picks, what do you guys think?
I don't see Batman, to be honest with you. Once again, that's a very dark character. And
I think he is possibly even this person. It's close. I mean, I can kind of see it, kind of not.
I see him more as the Dick Grayson. Like, I could see you playing Nightwing, because Dick Grayson's kind of a smartass.
I mean, Batman...
See, and to me, Gibby's more of a Jason Todd, because he's sort of a smartass, but he also turns bad, but he's also kind of good, and you just really don't know if you like Gibby. I mean, Jason Todd.
Shit happens, then you die. What can I say? I don't know. I can see him kind of, like, if he's playing a more, Batman's kind of cocky. I don't know. That sounds kind of iffy.
He's cocky because he's always right. Like, the one thing I loved from the War DVD, and I think it's in the comics as well, is he's arguing with Hal Jordan, and then all of a sudden he goes, "What's this thing?" And he goes, "My power ring. You can't remove it." Holy crap, how did you remove that? And Batman had taken the ring off before Hal even noticed. There's just this... Batman would be hard to cast for anyone that I know, to be honest with you. I can't see anybody in Fanboys Anonymous or my friends in general playing Batman. To me, it's a very hard role. And there really isn't any Batmans I like that aren't animated.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I can kind of see it, but it's like I said, he has certain traits for Batman, but I don't feel like he necessarily fits the Batman. And
I think he has more traits for the Bruce Wayne that puts on a show.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like I said, Batman's very dark, cut and dry. I see more as a Dick Grayson.
Fair play.
All right.
Okay, Travis, what do you think? Out of any of the ones I've chose.
I think that's kind of like consensus. I mean, it's really hard to find someone to play Batman. I think you would, to a degree, you would, but I don't see you as that much of like a badass in terms of what he is. Like, because we know, like during the day, Bruce Wayne is this billion-dollar philanthropist who does all these great things for people. I can see you doing stuff that he does. But at night, being a vigilante for justice, I don't know, possibly.
I'm up all night, all the time.
When I think of you as a vigilante, that's when Oliver Queen pops in my mind. I see you more of a Green Arrow than Batman. Batman is just so strict. Like, to be honest with you, I think if anybody comes close to Batman, not Bruce Wayne, but Batman, it'd be Tony. The strictness, the following to the T. He's got his set of rules, and he's not breaking them. But like I said, you could be a Bruce Wayne because you are a showman at heart, and Batman is not. Bruce Wayne is, Batman's not.
Because Batman really, he doesn't really give a fuck. That's the thing. At the end of the day, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. And like I said, same thing kind of for Wolverine. There's more of a softer side to you. I know you care.
There's no fucking way in absolutely any way, shape, or form you can play Wolverine.
Yeah, but to me, Burhan cares. He actually will go out of his way to ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
He needs to grow hair first. That's his first problem. Just saying. That's like
well, it won't matter much because he's wearing the face mask and all that stuff, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah. But like I said, you've got too much of a. To me, you're Steve Rogers. You could play Captain America, except for the whole British thing, because you put others' needs first. And Wolverine, Batman, Tony Stark, they're more selfish characters, especially Tony. But he kind of drifts throughout his progression in comics. He starts caring more about others, but to me, you're more of a, like I said, Steve Rogers type character. You're a leader character that cares about the team rather than personal needs. And Batman, Wolverine, those guys are solo workers.
Okay. I like that.
But you're totally Lex Luthor. Just throwing that out there.
Okay. What about Simon Baz? Is everyone in agreement with Simon Baz then?
Yes, I completely forgot about him.
Absolutely.
I just actually read the final part of Jeff Johns' run, and you were Simon Baz to the T. You're totally a guy that would rob a car and have a bomb in the back.
Exactly. I would literally. I was actually saying if they ever cast him, I would just be so up. I'll be basically bombarding them with emails to play Simon Baz because to me, as soon as I saw him, I was like, finally a character I could play.
Yeah. It's like perfect for you too, since
he's Brad.
You go in there, Dace.
Well, no, it's
go
true.
In there.
He has the look for the guy, because
I do. He looks like he's been modelled on me.
Yeah,
a lot muscular, but
yeah.
I kept getting there. So
a little bit dumber, but
yeah. Of course, I'd have to dumb it down, but I'm an actor. I can do that. But he's very sort of fueled with his own heart as well at the same time.
Mm.
He's like, the things that he's done for a reason. He's kind of like Hal Jordan in a sense. He reminds you of a younger Hal Jordan. But it's a shame at the moment that he's got that whole supporting role going on. There's not really much going on about him at this point in time.
I have actually not read any of the Green Lantern series after Johns left.
Oh, I'll read them all. You know what? I actually say, another one for you, Dace, Guy Gardner.
I was thinking, as soon as you said no to Hal Jordan, I was like, well, I could play Guy then.
Yeah, Guy Gardner, definitely.
Guy's a dick for Gibby who doesn't read the comics.
Yeah, he's a dick, but he's a dick because it's like you can see his evolution. When he first started out, he was a dick. Mm-hmm. He was a dick because he was the guy that no one, including Batman, didn't like him. And he was given the ring, as kind of a supporting backup when Hal Jordan went missing, and was one of those who didn't understand it or respect it in a sense. When he ended up maturing, and when he lost the ring, I think he finally appreciated it, and he became a lot more when he got as he progressed, and now he's like the leader of the Red Lanterns, and you can really see how much he's evolved. Mm-hmm. So in terms, I see you as the guy now, not the guy previously.
Yeah.
Not the hothead. I see you as the tactician, the guy who's like now in charge of Earth.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I see it with him. Another one for Travis, actually. Let's think of one more for Travis. The Abomination.
It's kind of like a huge parallel to the Hulk, because we talked a little bit about that, and then I can see what the hell is his name? I can't think of who he is before he turns into Abomination. But the tactician that works for the military, I could see that.
Yeah, totally.
I can't see him being the Abomination itself, but I could see him being the tactician that led up to the Abomination.
I can see him like striving for perfection in a sense. Mm-hmm. Plus, he's played by a British actor as well. So there you go.
Okay.
For Gibby, one more. I would have to say, what was his name? Was it Kang?
Oh, the Time Conqueror?
No. The you know that little that head in the robot suit. What was his name?
Oh, Baron Zemo? No, Zemo?
No. Was it Kang? I think it was Kang.
Are you talking about from Ninja Turtles?
No.
No, that's Krang.
He was like he works with AIM.
Oh, MODOK,
that's it. Gibby is MODOK. I could see him because he's got that little weird Gibby voice, and he's supposed to be intelligent, but he looks like a fetus. I could totally see him.
Google that one day, Gibby, and you'll understand why I'm laughing my ass off.
Because I believe he is MODOK.
Yeah.
You agree with me on that one, don't you, Travis? I think it's MODOK.
I am a superior life form compared to you.
Yeah, even though he looked like a fucking fetus.
The original one, like when we were going to start jabbing at Gibby, I was going to call him Toad.
Toad?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was thinking of all the worst possible characters he could be, like Toad, but Red Skull is him to the T. Just not German.
I could see it.
But is that all? Is that everybody? Any more we want to throw out, or do we?
I think one more for Nikki, just so she knows. I would put her as. Let's see, who could she be?
Just so she'd go nuts, Lady Deadpool.
There's a Lady Deadpool?
Oh yeah, there's a whole army. There's Headpool. He's fucking awesome. He's just a head.
I
would say in terms of characters, I think she could make a very, very interesting. I'm just trying to think of any females in the Marvel Universe. Oh yeah.
Wonder Woman.
She-Hulk.
That's what I was. Jennifer Walters. I think she could play a good She-Hulk.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't want to be the one that said it though. I don't want her to take offense because, like, I feel like when you say, "Hey, you can play the Hulk," it's kind of like you can play a monster.
So yeah, no, I agree. I agree totally. I think she has that whole,
I think she has the look for the new Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel, but the Marvel now Miss Marvel. I think she could play her.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just trying to think of dark-haired superwomen right now. But I think she could play Miss Marvel, too. She has that drive and spunk. So.
Yeah, and I think she can also play Groot.
I am Groot. See, now, if Gibby wants me to play a character that can't act, it's Groot. Because he literally says, I am Groot. And
I would actually put you as Rocket Raccoon.
Smart ass?
Yeah. this is the point now. And I would have basically, I think Travis could be Groot. I'd be Star Slayer, of course.
When we get into that area too, I think Gibby could play a Nova.
Yeah, I could see it. Sort of like he looks like a child, definitely.
Yeah, and a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And has no understanding what being a superhero really is.
Yeah, you buckethead.
Yeah, totally.
But go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I think. You can also play, I think, Warren Worthington III for Chris Davis. Yeah, the Archangel.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And Phantom X, I think, would be cool for Travis.
Who?
He's in the Uncanny X-Force, the recent run before Cable took it back over again, where Wolverine and Worthington were running it, ish.
Yeah, Worthington ended up turning into Apocalypse.
Yeah, and Nikki could play Psylocke.
I could see it.
Yeah. She could also play Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, totally.
Gibby could play Kid Omega.
I think Gibby could play Rogue.
Yeah. If he could nail accents, he'd be a perfect Gambit. He's got that. He can somehow be suave when he's talking, but still come off a tad bit creepy. But if he has that Nolans accent, he's fine.
I agree on that one. I think we've got the gist on this. Oh yeah, Ra's al Ghul for Gibby.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Not the smart Ra's al Ghul. I mean the more sort of wicked and has no fucking mind of his own because he's been the Lazarus Pit too much Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
And also the one that goes nuts because he's starving himself. I think that Gibby would definitely.
Yeah, I think he could. Or Deathshot.
Yep.
If we were going to keep with the villains in DC. But this is actually this has been a fun episode because I actually enjoyed picking out who we could. I enjoy some of the picks that you guys have given me. Gibby telling me I could be Superman. Like doing like right now all this dieting and working out. It's a bitch. Like I hate it. But when you say things like that, like you could be Superman if you worked out. I want to be Superman, so now I'm going to work out like crazy.
Well, in that case, Dave.
Too late.
Working out like crazy anyway.
I am, but now it's like, now I'm going to work out 3 times a day, and I'm going to eat like 200 calories. Fuck it. I want to be Superman. Gibby said I'm close.
You know how many calories I have a day?
I hit 1,000. Well,
I have 1,800.
See, I'm fluctuating between 1,000 and 1,200.
1,800 calories a day I eat at the moment. I used to eat 2,200, and I've actually cut that down a little bit.
My cheat day, I plan on having
10 grand.
I'm probably going to end up having like 5,000 calories.
Well, the cheat day, I plan on having Chipotle, and I did the calculator and it said about 1,800, which I think is phenomenal, that I can eat that many calories and still not hit. I think a guy, to maintain the weight that I have to eat like 3,000 calories a day. And I don't want to maintain it. I want to cut it in half, so I keep trying to eat half, if not.
So then you go for 1,500 calories.
That's what I'm going for. But this has been a fun episode. Thank you for telling me I can be Superman, Gibby. Thank you guys for throwing me the bone with Deadpool. I think that's awesome. Check us out. I know this is the archive sessions. We already did our plugs, but make sure you just check us out.
Again.
I'm not plugging. I'm just saying.
You know what we should do as well? We should make sure that you note this for like the Fanboys article for the podcast. That you basically write down each hero that everyone could play.
I have to go back and listen to it.
I think you should, and I think it would be hilarious. Have you uploaded my episode yet?
Which one?
Have you posted my episode?
Yeah, you can find that on Fanboys Anonymous now. Awesome. It took me a little while because I didn't get home right away. The image I was having too much fun writing it as well. It is very British-like from an American point of view. It's
basically he's being racist.
Extremely. It's like blokes and wankers and tallywhackers.
He's a wanker.
So like the high five from last week is now tea time at 5, and it was celeb blokes that Nikki Mills would play with her tallywhacker.
I agree.
But just to wrap this up, thank you guys for doing the show with us. First time we've ever ran into an archive session like this. Check us out. fanboysnonce.com. See you guys next week. And I guess I still got to hit the outro. So thank you guys again.
For the good, the brave, and the Dacetacular.
You guys stay classy. Hey, Dacetacular Nation. It is I, Chris, the Dace Man Dace, host of the Dace Man Show, checking in with you guys to let you know of a new podcast debuting April 13th called For Real Movie Club here on Mega Powers Radio. Join me for the month of April as I moderate a panel of 4 movie buffs as we discuss Mel Brooks films. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's April 13th. Tune your radios to Mega Powers Radio, and ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.